So that looks good. All right. I'll close preview. Now I want to make this a bit more in like the colors on this, like I have on here. I want to add these colors on here, like I have on here. And how did I pick those colors? Well, I actually went to Adobe Colors, so let me do that real quick. So if you go to color.adobe.com, you'll come up with Adobe Colors. And I just wanted to create a nice analogous scheme. So I want to go ahead and put this blue color into Adobe Color just to get the set of colors that would look good on this page. So let's see. First of all, I want to make this back. I want to change this to the blue that I had. Went gray there for a minute. All right, so what you would do is go to More Fill Colors and use this eyedropper here, get that blue, and that is the hex code 00B0FO. So copy that. So if I put this color in here, actually I'm going to put it in the middle here. Wherever this block is, that's where that's the reference color where this base color is. All right, so here I've selected the analogous color scheme, which is always nice. It's harmonic and it's not jarring, but you can see some of these others. Monochromatic is even more like corporate looking, very kind of plain. And then we have different color schemes. So it's a good way to pick colors on your base color that you have. I usually favor analogous. That tends to work well. All right, so I want to make just a couple of rectangles on here to add a bit of interest to the slide. So I'm going to add this rectangle here using my shape. And let's see. In the shape fill, I've grabbed that hex code from here, from the Adobe Colors. Grab that hex code right here, so just Control C. And let's put that back over here. All right, now I'm going to fill this shape with more fill colors, add in that hex code, and that will fill that to the color that I want. And then the shape outline, no outline. I don't want this in the front, I want it in the back, so I'm going to go to Arrange, Send to Back. And that will be the first rectangle. And then the second one in my little diagram schema that I've done here is that turquoise color, and that's in Adobe Colors, and that's this one here. So I'm going to copy that hex code, and then I'm going to remove the outline. So that's the base. Now we're going to add the triggers and do all the fun parts. So let us first of all create all the triggers, all right, because then we won't have to duplicate our work. So this is the first step, is to add a trigger. And what we want to do is, first of all, let me name the slide. All right, so base slide, and that happens to be the same as tab 1. All right, so the first thing I do is I'm going to add a new trigger, and I want to jump to slide. I want to go to base slide, and when the user clicks, tab 1. All right, and that's always going to be true no matter what layer we're on, so we're going to have that just be that way. All right, now we add another trigger, and we're going to show layer. It's the very top one. I'm sorry if that's off the screen there, but you show layer, and we're going to leave the layer unassigned, but that's okay. We're going to fix that when we make the layers, and we want to do it when the user clicks tab 2, and then we're going to go OK. And then we need to do one for tab 3, and then we can do paste another one and show layer unassigned when user clicks tab 4. This will all make much more sense in just a minute. And then we're going to add another one, copy, paste, and we're going to show layer unassigned when user clicks tab 5. So now we have a trigger for each of the tabs, all right? Now, they're unassigned. Don't let that freak you out. It's okay. We're going to fix that in just a minute. All right, so now we're going to select everything on the slide by going Control A, and then we're going to add a slide layer. Actually, we're going to add 4 slide layers for each of the tabs, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we're going to add a new layer. We're going to paste. Okay, so that's tab 2. And then we're going to duplicate that layer. So I can call it tab 3. All right, and then now we also have to change all of these unassigned to actual layers. So tab 2, going to go to tab 2, tab 3, tab 3, tab 4, and this is like watching paint dry, so we're going to speed this bit up, but you have to do this for all the layers. All right, so hopefully we got them all done, and we're nearly done. So we just need to add in some cute little kitty pictures if we want to put that, or we can add in anything we want, but let's just do kittens to do like the example. I just think this is so cute. All right, so I'm going to go up to the size here, and my width, let's see, try 190. It's probably a good width. Put that in the middle there. And then size and position, I'm just going to right click on that and then go to size and position, make sure the position is the same. All right, let's pick, okay, 138 vertical. Okay, just to make sure it's the same on all the tabs. All right, so let's click insert photo. Look at this one, that is so cute. All right, and then we're going to make that 190. Tab 3, we're going to find a picture, insert photo. 138. Okay, good. All right. And then the last thing I'm going to do is just take the menu and resources off of the thing. I'll show you this. Like if I do a preview of this slide, I'll show you. Let's check and make sure all our things are working. But you can see here, let me show you, it says a menu, and you just don't need this. So I'm going to take that off of there. But let's make sure everything's working. So our hover is working. You go to tab 1, we're still on this one. Tab 2. Oh, you know what? I didn't do the base slide. That would be important. Okay, let me just do the navigation for the base slide. Need to assign those layers. Okay, here we go. Unassigned. All right, tab 2 goes to tab 2. Tab 3 goes to tab 3. Tab 4 goes to tab 4. Tab 5 goes to tab 5. All right, so let's preview this. Oh, let me first of all take off the menu and resources off of here. So you just click on this gear on the very bottom right corner, and you make sure that you go to player features and change it from player defaults to custom for the selected slide. Uncheck menu, uncheck resources, and you can leave everything else there. Okay, so I'm going to preview this, make sure it looks good. And there we have it. So we should be able to click to tab 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you can see, looks pretty good. And then of course you can put anything you want in these placeholders and use it in the program that you want.